4 questions that I knew.
Yeah, all right, we'll skip the questions. Yeah, we'll just go to the answers. So v'yikhu Terumah. So if I explained as follows, v'yikhu is the Resarusa de Le'ela, the Kol Doidi Doifek, Pischuli, the voice of my beloved that knocks, open up on every Jewish heart, open up for me and take me. V'yikhu, that's the diak v'yikhu, not v'yitnu, because it's something that God is offering, and we need only open our hearts and take it. The diak in the word li always implies eternity, so this is not dependent on avodas adam, it's ever present. It's ever present. God's Eibishter does not give up on us, his love does not diminish. And now he's masbir the inyan of Terumah. Before that, there was an important emphasis that there is the avodah that rides on the isarusa de le'ela, but that's not enough, because that will not endure, even though it's a very high avodah, because you're lifted. In that sense, it's higher. But that has to be followed by isarusa de le'tata, which is the avodah of the mata in our own matzav, which is a lower avodah. It's in general the difference between oir and shefa. First one is oir. Second one is actually koyach. Koyach is malamata lamayla, and that's enduring. And as explained in Chassidus Bechlal, that's really what draws on the etzem. So it has to be the tzarusa de latata. In more detail, now he explains now the third word in the pasuk. That, by the way, also explains asher yidven el liboy. Asher yidven el liboy. That's already the avodah milamata.
Right, because is not totally in
right. That's why it's li. That's why it's li.
Right.
And yidven el liboy. That's where avodah adam. That's each one according to his level. That's personal. That's the avodah. The response is arusa de latata. Now he's explaining the prati is the inyan of Terumah, and there's 2 pirushim in the Zohar. The first pirush is basically Torah and Tefillah, namely, the first pirush is Terumah is oisius Torah mem, Torah that it's given in 40 days. Second pirush, it's explaining the word in Lashon Arami. Terumah is trei mimeya. Tafaresh trei is 2, and then the rest of the word memhei is meya, 2 out of 100, which is the shir 1 in 50, the shir of Terumah, shir beininis. What does it mean by pnimius? Shir beininis means that it's a shaykh to everyone. Vedis abeinini. So this is the avodah of Kriya Shema. Limser nafshe be'echad, that a yid is Moishe nefesh, ready to give his life up, or more accurately, dedicate his life to the Eibishter. So how is this conveyed in the word 2 from 100? Because there are 25 letters to Shema Yisrael and 24 letters to Baruch Shem, which together are 98, missing 2 of 100. And the 2 is the echad of Shachris and the echad
of 25 and 24 is only Shachris. And then
I'm sorry, but what times 2 is 98. So the missing the 2 is the Treimin Meyan. So this is Tefillah, Teiras min Hashemayim, Teiras min L'mayla Lamata. But Kriya Shema is Almasidus Nefesh. It's the ultimate Milamata L'mayla. So I think we're up to did we finish the paragraph? Yeah. So now the pasuk now divides v'yikhu Terumah, that thing of what? Isarusa de le'ela, that's the Pirush Aleph that goes on Torah. Hamshachim l'mayla lamata. And the focus of Asher Yidven Aliba Tikhu as Trumasi, again the word Terumah, but here the word Terumah is rather the second Pirush the emphasis, the second Piddush of the Zohar, which is the avodah of Trei Mimea Limse Nafshe Be'echad. And that is the avodah of Yidven Liboy Tikchos Terimosi, the avodah Melamata Lamayl. Yeah, that's a wrap. Yeah, Voidesh Loimer. Excuse me. Voidesh Loimer, the Mashakos of Tikchos Terimosi. We just said now that that pasuk refers to the avodah of what? Of Kriyat Shema. However, it's also Koi Gam Alin HaTorah. Even this second part of the pasuk also refers to Torah. Ki because Afal Pishin in HaTorah Merumas B'Pasuk V'Kichli Terumah Kanal. Even though Torah is introduced, we explain now in the opening words of the pasuk V'Kichli Terumah. How do you do? And then we said that the second one is Tefillah Krishma. Nonetheless, how do you do? There is a limud Torah that is on a higher level that comes dafka through tefillah. Lagabi limud Torah shekoydem tefillah with respect to limud Torah that precedes tefillah. Asher alkein, even though asher yidven liboy is the avodah on the one hand, the avodah of tefillah, but it also hints to Torah because the limud Torah is on a higher level as a result of the union of tefillah. Abba ben Yamin, he said, Abba ben Yamin says in the Gemara that he had two tefillahs. He was careful of two things, and one is al tefillasi shetehei smucha limitasi. That he should the Gemara explains it to mean that his davening should be directly before, or rather following, as soon as he gets up. So not Torah, it's all deal and actually Tosfos there, but in Pashtus, as Rashi explains, that his tefillah followed his arising, not Torah, which means you learn Torah when? After, and this was a diuk, because you want the dafke thing of limud Torah to be after tefillah. יש להם בפירוש מאיס כל שהדבנו לי בתיקחס תרמוסים. So now, a new pirush. The pirush turned out classically is, this is Avid Mulmata Lamaila. After this Eidus that comes to Yid, he then begins his Avodah, takes ownership, to use a beaten term. Now another pirush. Through the avodah of Krishma, which is Tefillah, which is boyfriend the Yidvan Liboy, Nasa Limbadat Torah, boyfriend Naila Yosef. So Tikchos Termosi, you take my Torah, Termosi Mamish, you take my Torah Dik now, not Stam Tumba, but my Torah. You Diak here. If it would be just Tefillah alone and Krishma alone, would be Me'ez Kol Isha Sheidven Libu Libay Tikros HaTruma. Because it's your words. Trumosi are my words. Because this is the Remes Takat the Torah, which are the Eibishter's words. But in my words now that you're learning is in a whole different oven as a result of what? Of Avedes HaTefillah. Trumosi Mamish Liyois Dvar Havaye. When you learn Torah before Tefillah, he and the Torah are two separate things. When you learn Torah after Tefillah, then it's Dvar Asher Samti, my words I put in your mouth. He comes one with the Eibishter. Tam l'sheni b'rasecha, your tongue should respond. David is speaking, my tongue is responding after your words. That's a different Eifan Alimut. And it's understood because it comes after what? In the Tefillah, which is Mesilas Nefesh, and so on. Limud Achsidus before Tefillah is part of Tefillah. It's all Achana to Tefillah. Lachre calls them, there was an allergy to learn anything before davening aside from Chassidus, certainly not Gemara. But nonetheless, I heard, I forgot it was, someone wrote to the Rebbe. Yeah, no, there was two stories.
Shabbos.
It was the Spirit tells the story. What'd you say?
On Shabbos, is it before davening or is it on Shabbos?
That's a separate story, learning on Shabbos. But then there's yeah, that's right. Then on that he answered, Kemaim Karim on Nefesh HaYefa. Because Chassidim Bechlal didn't learn Chassidim Nigla on Shabbos. They never changed that. The Rizal says a third. Mikra, Mishnah, and then Agadata. But I'm talking about someone I wrote that he learns Rambam before. He learns Rambam before davening. I think you've got a very positive answer. Upon him. It's not a reason, not a way out not to learn Chassidus, that Chas v'Shalom. At any rate, so now we have a new taich. We have a two-layer taich in Kol Isha Sheidvenu Libe Tichos Tremosi, that it goes on Tefillah, on Kriya Shema, and the second Pirush, that it goes on Ahaya Limud HaTorah, and that explains what dig in the Pasuk? Please tell me. No. Then Yidvenu Libe Adara, but that's more Torah Tefillah thing. I mean, the Tefillah, a Kriya Shema Tefillah Inyan. It's the diak of what?
Trumah.
Trumah, right? Because Torah is God's words, Tefillah are our words, and this is the union of only Tefillah and Kriya Shema. I should say Terumah, Tikvos HaTerumah, or Trumosam, their Terumah. Terumah is Merambez on Limud HaTorah, and this is Taka Limud HaTorah that comes as a result of Yidvenu Libe, which is Avodas HaTefillah. And then comes the third union. So we got Torah before, Tefillah and Torah after. Lachli calls it bo kolos avodah kima mitzvahs. Then he goes out in the world, and that's an avodah of kima mitzvahs. Kol gam avodah binyan yereshus, not just mitzvahs, but further engaging the world in matters that are permissible and not obligatory. But the whole kavan is they should be b'ofen shel kol masecha yil Hashem shamayim, that all of your actions should be for the sake of heaven. Behold, know in all your ways. You know the difference between that. The difference between this, first of all, one is Maimon Chazal, second is a pasuk, but the two separate avodas. What are they? Kol masechah l'shem shamayim is for the sake of heaven, but what you're doing is not God conscious. He's working. He's involved in the work, or he's exercising, and he's focusing on the exercise. But he does so l'shem shamayim, to have parnasa, to be healthy, etc. Is eating l'shem shamayim. B'chol derechei chodeyo is in that very act itself. He knows God. It's al derech, the eating during the week or the eating of Shabbos. The eating of the week is a means for them. The eating on Shabbos, that is the avodah in Shabbos. So there is an avodah, it's a much higher avodah. It's a stepping stone. That not only what he does is a means, but this itself is an appreciation and a connection and a gilui likus, even is in yonder rishus. It's much higher avodah, of course. It's like bitla yesh and bitla mitzias, yichud tato yichudilo. So that's now the third statement in the pasuk. Shalzen nemar v'zeis hatruma shetikhu meitom. He's mamish. Take from them. I'm not commanding this. Why? Give me the diak. How is these words now mamish explained by what we just said?
Because it's through your avodah, through the avodah serious level of the person.
No, the v'zeis hatruma shetikhu meitom. How does this convey the avodah l'shem shamayim and b'chol derechei da'eu? So maybe some English.
A lot of things that Hashem is commanding us to do, but we can bring it to Him.
Yes, it's the word. I want it in the words. And this is what these words mean. And looking how this is in the pasuk. What are the key words in the pasuk that convey that this is the third or fourth avodah
Itam.
V'ikhu mi'itam.
from them? I'm not commanding this. This is their inyanim. He has to eat and sleep and work and so on. But take this from them, because that's the tachlis. The tachlis is the avodah of the Shem Shemayim, which taka only comes after the Medatayra. He says this is the Leila, Avodas HaTfilah, the Medatayra that is comes after Avodas HaTfilah. Then he's in a position to be in the world, and some to whatever degree, this the Shem Shemayim b'chol derech ha'da'eyu doesn't forget the Eibishter, and it's all part of, it's all one. All right. So you tell me now, go through the pasuk now and identify all the diyukim that are now explained so exquisitely by the Maimer. The three references and the diyukim in the way the word Terumah appears in the context. No? Go. First one is what? Meanwhile, I'll drink some coffee. No?
Sure.
This is the Shem Shemayim Yechadech Ha'da'eus. Leizer v'leizer. No?
V'ikhu Terumah.
Ah?
First is the Isus of the Leila, V'ikhu Terumah.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Give me, I want all the diyukim in V'yikhu and Li and Terumah. There's the whole Torah there. Why does it say V'yikhu, not V'yitnu?
they're opening up for us to take.
He's giving.
Yeah,
We're taking.
right.
Good. Why does it say Li? Only this one says Li.
Because,
The other two Terumas don't say Li. It says Terumasi and then Terumah. Tikkum itam. I have a diak now. The first one is Li. The second one is Stam Terumah. I'm sorry, the second one is Terumasi. And the third one is Stam Terumah. So why Li by the first one? Because what does Li mean?
Forever. Layla.
Call, pardon?
Forever.
Yeah, okay. What two?
Means above.
Yeah.
The Layla.
Yeah, what's the Lashon Chazal? It's a famous Lashon quoted extensively. You brought actually two Lashonis saying the same thing basically. Kol Malkim Shem Eli Eina Zoz La'olam. Or it's
everlasting.
the Medrash mentions all the things. Every place where Torah says Li, it's forever, including Kli HaKesev Azov. Akoponim. So therefore, what's the diuk? Since we're talking Serasodel Eila, therefore it's in Yirav Li, meaning
Time lab. It's there's no there it can't be blemished or changed, or it's clean, it's raw, it's perfect.
yeah, okay, it's yeah, a little more. It's always forthcoming in irrespective of our avodah.
Right. Regardless of
Regardless of avodah, we don't press this button. It doesn't start from us. It starts from the Maila, it's unconditional. Li, no matter what matzav it is, there's always tshuva, and the Eibishter will always prod him and not give up on him, no matter what the matzav. Okay, that's the diak in what? Equally. Okay, if you remind me, I'm going to share with you, interrupt the flow. If you remind me on Friday, it's tomorrow. Shabbos is Rambam. Yeah. So I downloaded, this is unbelievable work. A shliach in Sherman Oaks, Yosef Yitzchak Lipsker. The guy is a Talmud Chacham Nifla. He gives beautiful shiurim on Kiddush HaChodesh that I couldn't follow without, just casually. You've really got to concentrate. Clear, that's brilliant. He put together an unparalleled work. It's 2 thick volumes, like this, of all the Rebbe's Biyurim on the Rambam, taken from Siches, Muge, not Muge, Rishimis, Sunday dollars, and Yechidus, where he was able to discover. And I just downloaded it. They allowed you on COL to download 300, 400 pages, which is only the first perek First couple of prakim and the last couple of prakim. And unbelievable the way clearly presented. And I had a shaila yesterday in the Rambam about Amalek. Looked in the Mefarshim and to get an answer. Boom, it's there. They spoke about it. That even Amalek, the Rambam says, you make a treaty with. Big Chiddush was the Makar. And what's the Hezber? It's tied into this a little bit. Just remind me based on tomorrow. We'll share with this. One word. And that whole thing is this paragraph like this. I mean, it's just, it has to be sent to every Rosh Yeshiva, every Rav in the world is to blow everybody out of the water. Just on Rambam, the Rebbe. And the Shliach does it with the Kiddush Hashem. When does a man sleep? When does a man do anything? Successful Shliach. A younger man, he's in his 30s. His father's Mendel Chaim. Who is that?
No, he's.
It says
no, he's. His father was from Tiferes. What's his name? Not Beryl.
No, that's Fitzy Lipskin. It's not his name.
Not Fitzy. Fitzy's oldest brother. Then he moved to Seagate. That's his son, Mendel. He's married to Reuben or Albany or so.
Basically, okay, whatever.
A little bit older. He's in his high 40s.
Is in his
40s, maybe high 40s, maybe early 50s.
Yeah, okay. Looks like
Avremel's son.
No, but it says Ben Menachem Mendel.
Oh, then I don't know. Maybe this is his son. I don't know.
I'm telling you, it says Ben Menachem Mendel.
Okay, I don't know.
No, it's not a Vremel's son. Chavremel Kenach. Akolponim. Show Let's continue. So that's the diak. We explained that v'yikhu li Terumah. Now tell me why it says that all the diukim. Meis kol isha sheidvenu libay tikros Terumasi. What is referring to Bachlal? Step by step. It's referring to what? Serusa de Latata.
It's not enough to have the way Yukuli, because we're down here in Elamaza battling, so we need things on our playing field.
You cannot ride on inspiration. It won't last, that's all.
Right.
It's very uplifting, but it won't last. And it's not bepnimius. Yeah. Now, there's two pirushim in the Zohar. First, he said that the first pirush, the first mention equally Terumah is pirush Aleph. The second pirush is pirush Beis. What are two pirushim in the Zohar? Terumah. So that he says is v'yikhu li Terumah. That's Torah is God's words to us. It's melamayla lamata. That's the second pirush in the Zohar on the word Terumah, which is what? B'kitzur Trei Mimeya. What's Trei Mimeya? All counting up the letters of Shacharis and Aravis of the first pasuk and second pasuk, 25 times 2 and 24 times 2, adding that up is 98, missing 2, the Shleimus, and that is what's the 2 of Echad. That's the limbs, that's what the Yid has to give. Limbs and Nafshe be'Echad. He pointed the diak of Trei Mimeya is what? He made a diak. The Maimon doesn't spell this out. But they do tell us to look at Masechta Trumas. And there we see that Trei Mimeya is what? Shir Beinani, implying, I would imagine that that's why they're sending us there, because to tell us the shaykh to everyone. Akopanim. So now the second pirush. No. Now explain the diyukim in the pasuk. That's Yidvenu Libay. That's Yidvenu Libay, because this is Malamata Lamaila. It's Tefillah and it's Kriya Shema. However, Yashleimar, that it's also, in addition to Tefillah, it's also Torah. Why? Because there is a mile of Torah that comes after Tefillah, where what's the mile? He spells out the mile. When you learn Torah before Tefillah, it's what? You remain to some degree separate. You're quoting, okay, very nice. But ashes dvar havai ashes samti, that I place beficha tan l'shoini, my tongue should respond imrasecha to your words. That's what the Chazal say. Like one who responds after one who reads such bittul, that comes only through the avodah of Krishma, Nimse Nam Shebechot, his limited Torah is on a whole different level. And that explains the diuk in the pasuk. What's the diuk in these words? Trumasi. What's the diuk? I'm making a question and answer out of it. If this is only thinking of what? Of tefillah, it's all this was alluding to. Tefillah is not trumasi. Tefillah is our words. But now we have the answers. Takarem is not just a Torah and tefillah, but a whole new different level of Torah. Adrabah, my Torah. You become one with my words, my Torah. Then finally comes what's that referring to?
How it's after the avodah, so you're
After Avodas HaTefillah, after Limedat Torah, after.
fully in sync.
So what are you doing there? Where are you?
You bring it to the rest of your life.
Yeah, till now he was in Beis Medrash, basically, learning and davening. Now he's going out to the world, and he identifies two levels. What are the two levels of engagement? That's one level. That's for the sake. For sake of heaven, which is actually connecting in Divrei Rishus. How's that hinted to in the pasuk? From you, you take it from them. There's nothing. There's no explicit commandments here. You got to do this for life, but this is it's the ultimate. It's their offering to me, mamish. Okay, good. Ois Dalet. I'd like to start Purim soon. How many more my Morim till Purim? I know you like to keep cards, so we have to move things along. So in addition to this whole thing in Kivishu, this Adam Canal Baruch, as we explained it like Baruch, יש לגבי ויקחו תרומה שתכליסה היא ועושה לי מקדש כפי שהוא בגשמיס כפשוט. Then there's the inyan of Poshet building the Beis HaMikdash. Begashmius. עדיין צריך לומר, but we have to understand, if that's the case, מה שנאמר ויקחו תרומה ועושה לי מקדש. So in both cases it says what li daike, and we said before the chol makim shene'amar li ein ezaz la'olam lo b'olam hazeh v'lo b'olam haba. It's forever. Achshav leke Beis HaMikdash is not Beis HaMikdash. A medic answer coming. So where's the li? Where's the eternity? Vayikhu li in pashtus or in yonim. Not just in avodah of Torah and Tefillah, that's obviously eternal. But where is vayikhu li, the eternity, in the simple meaning of the pasuk, the donations to build the Mishkan? There's no Beis HaMikdash. And Achinyan Bazeh, Mishakosef, Ba Maharamah, that seems to be the Al-Sheikh. Rabbi Moishe Al-Sheikh, but Meirenu Harav Moishe Al-Sheikh. Shemikdash ha'elyon nikra mikdash Adnai mechuber pasuk lashon pasuk in the Shira mamish lemikdash ha'tachton. That the supernal Beis HaMikdash, which is called the Mikdash of Hashem, is connected to the lower Beis HaMikdash. Just like this is expressed in the pasuk about Yerushalayim, it's called Ir Shechubra Lo Yachtav, a city that Shechubra Lo Yachtav, that all is joined to her. What does it mean? Many pirushim. It unites everybody within her. Another pirush is Yerushalayim Shomayla Mechuber. This is Gemara in Tainus, Mechuber im Yerushalayim Shel Mata, that the heavenly Yerushalayim is fused, joined with the Shalayim Shalmata. And therefore, since what the Beis HaMikdash is connected with the supernal Beis HaMikdash, just like Yerushalayim, and therefore it's eternal, even Eilam Hazeh. Shemikdash Elyon Meir Gam Achshav Baruchnius. First of all, Baruchnius, the Mikdash Elyon illuminates the place of the Beis HaMikdash even now. The Rebbe has another beer that came later, printed Likutei Sichos, that the whole beer, Diuk and the Rambam. Bottom line is that the Kodesh HaKadoshim built by Shlomo HaMelech, he built two up on the upper and the lower one, and the lower one remains still today, hidden, and was sanctified as such, and therefore the essence, the heart of the Beis HaMikdash remains Pashut B'Gashmis. Here we get a different answer, an interesting answer. So the answer he gave now here was Baruchnius. Baruchnius, the Beis HaMikdash Elyon is connected to the Beis HaMikdash Amata and continues to illuminate. But it's also true B'Gashmius. The Yavsha Beis HaMikdash Agashmi Charav, even though physically it's been destroyed. Hein Bais Risha, and the first one, Shemasoylam He'eviru Satikra. In the Nebuchadnezzar it says destroyed the roof of the Beis HaMikdash, but left the walls. There's two sources, the walls or the foundations. So there was something left. But how much more so is the physical destruction with the second Beis HaMikdash? They said, but they called out, razor, destroy her, till her foundation. Okay, the Rebbe, I just told you in the Likutei Sichos later, the Be'etzem, below the Yesod even, still there. But a component have a different answer. Mishkan. Actually, it's kind of connected, we'll see. The Mishkan, that was the Beis HaMikdash. Dikri Mikdash, the Mishkan is called a Mikdash. Gemara says in the Eruvin, and Vasi the Mikdash refers to the Mishkan and the Mikdash. Omru Chazal, Shenignas Tachas Mechilei Shalecha. Where is it? Whatever Moshe Rabbeinu did is eternal. Where is the Mishkan? It's hidden under the Mechilas. Mechilas are the tunnels. Under the Beis HaMikdash, they built arches, tunnels for purposes of Tumah, that no Tumah should ever be able to pierce. And that's where it's hidden. Vimkein, Kayemes, Mitziyusei Shalah, Mishkan Gam B'Gashmis. It's not the same teretz that Rabbi gives later, where Shlomo Melech actually sanctified a chamber below as a Kodesh HaKadoshim. Here he's saying that B'Gashmi is the Mishkan of Moshe Rabbeinu is present. It's hidden, we've got to search for it. So that's number one. So it is around B'Gashmi. So that's also Li Mikdash. Li. Forever, Takit's forever, B'Gashmis. Not just Baruchnius. V'oidzo, he's the Medical words coming, friends. Shemishu b'mayim with the Masav Shel Neshama Datzilus. Very think that we should say this. That someone who's in Maimah the Matzav of Neshama Datzilus Yochel Yeroy Segam B'Yisabel can see the Gashmis of the Beis HaMikdash even when it's hidden. When Misha Ein Der Roy Yezayis, one who doesn't see, that is a Beglal Pchisas Mamod Matzav, is because of his lowly state. That's why you don't see it. B'frat mitzad inyonim shel chatoim v'avonos, and especially sins. When there's a lowly state, it's not sinful. Stam. Lowly state is he's a Beinoni, but he's in a lowly state. B'frat, Yonim Shachatoim, which are sins done inadvertently, mind you, Vavonis and the deliberate ones, Pshoyim, doesn't want to say Pshoyim, Chol, etc. That's already especially. You're not going to see anything. Oh, sorry. You say you're not going to see. Got to try harder. It's not excluded from what? From seeing the base of the Begashmis or the base of the Mishkan. No, Adech Mashakotz had not a zokin, like the Ateba writes himself in Yondav and Esechem Avdilim, because your sins separate you, says the Eibishter, from me. Tzarech L'Syagir Yoskedi Lovely Nayira. You have to unlock the natural Yiras Hashem, you need much great effort, natural fear of God. And Yira is, I think, is implying also seeing. Like something hidden, you will search for it, you will seek it. Like a person is searching for a matman, a hidden thing and a treasure, which is hidden in the bowels of the earth. He searches after it and digs after it with tremendous exertion. And moreover, he's got to beg Hashem, he should open his eyes and see. End of statement. Akaponim, it's here. Neshama Tatzila see it, and if not, beg the Eibishter, tshuva, toil, to be able to see it. No, this echoes the Rebbe's words, open your eyes, we see Mashiach is here. See, it's happening. Okay. We should stop here. We need to start at 7. Okay, we'll conclude the Maamar tomorrow and continue the next Maamar. Be'ezer Hashem.